Yeah, I said it. So understand what I'm saying. This man snitched on the same group that's associated with Tekashi 69.
Oh shit. Goddamn.
Let me tell you something. Tell you something. This man is going after our kids. See,
Oh
while y'all
shit.
sitting up here commentating, this man is recruiting new people. See, he's doing it quietly now. He's recruiting people quietly. He's not doing it on social media no more. Why? Because he has a private Facebook group where he's recruiting new members.
Oh shit. Not new members.
Y'all don't know about this group. So what I need people to do for me today.
Uh-huh.
I need the squad to stop BSing here. I need the squad to stop doing things illegally.
Uh-oh.
I need you to stop doing illegal practices to get these people home.
Uh-oh.
Please. I need you to stop making things worse for these families. Please, because what you're doing is illegal.
Illegal.
You are aiding and abetting, and you are cleaning up this man's mess. I need people to stop posting his address. I need people to stop telling where he is right now, because that is dangerous. If this man wanted to, he can kill him last month if he wanted to, so do me a favor.
Kill
Please
y'all.
stop posting his address. If you know where his address is, please send it to the authorities. I'm tired of y'all posting things, but you won't send it to the authorities. So what I'm asking is this. From now on, please send this stuff to the authorities. Do not sit up here and post his address if you're not going to send it to the authorities, please.
Huh?
For those of y'all who are
Authorities.
making videos, please continue to make videos. Please continue to commentate. Please continue to bring
All right.
awareness. Right now, what we need to do is focus on human trafficking.
Human trafficking.
We need to focus on all these dudes that's in the conscious community that are scamming people.
Scamming.
It's time to put a stop to the scams in YouTube and Instagram.
All right.
It's time for people to start being able to give their money to people that are legitimate. People that really are out here doing the right thing and really trying to help you be better people. Don't give your money to people that claim they have products and services and you don't have it. If they don't have a legitimate license, if they don't have a legitimate donations, do not give them any money. Don't give any money to someone that is not real. And they're not only who they are in front of a camera, but who they are behind the camera. A lot of these people you're giving money to are not what they say they are. And they're not. A lot of these people are frauds, they're fakes, and they're phonies. And I'm going to say it for what it is. A lot of these people are not truly trying to help these families. A lot of people are not trying to help get these people home the right way. Because these people would have went to all these different countries and went to the authorities. This man would have been in jail in Costa Rica.
Oh.
This man would have been in jail in Belize.
Burleese.
And the authorities
He would have been in jail in Burleese.
No one
Goddamn,
contacted him to tell him
Latoyna.
about Costa Rica.
Nobody makes up a
About him
word
almost
faster than
getting
a
them
bunny.
killed. That whole entire thing could have gotten all of them killed. And you know all he thought about was being on camera, making it to a revolution. And you want to know the real reason why Allegio got issues with America? Let me explain why. Because he got motherfuckers coming to kill his ass, that's why. So that BS about him leaving because of the United States, no, he left because the Bloods were looking for him, his ass. Everything he's done has been a lie. Everything he has done has been a lie and has been fraud. Y'all been giving your money to a godforsaken fraud. A fake and a phony. Polite is another one that's a liar. Anybody who supported this man in the YouTube sector all need to go down for supporting this man and even having them on the platforms, knowing this man has been scamming people. Y'all have had this man on your platforms knowing this man is scamming. And really, I got an issue with Sarnetta. Sarnetta got a man that that's on his platform right now that swindle people out of thousands and thousands of dollars. Who the fuck would bring somebody on? It seems like a lot of them dudes on there are scam artists that be on Sonetta's channel. That's why I don't watch it. I don't deal with anybody that swindles people out of money and yet tries to be knowledgeable. I got issues with King Noble. I got issues with Goku. I'm sorry, I got an issue with all of them. Because none of them are living as they're practicing. All these dudes have so much intelligence and could be doing so much more, but no, they'd rather swindle the black community. I got issues with Tommy Sotomayor. I got issues with Vic. I got issues with anybody that swindles people out of money. And you're not giving these people anything that's legitimate. You're not giving them anything that's going to better their lives. Because Goku ain't living in nature either. And his girl exposed his ass. See, his girl told everything. Listen to what she said in that video. See, you can't get on social media.
Oh, she calling the feds on me.
It don't work that way. She said it. She told him that man he does not practice what he preaches. So why support him? If you don't practice what you preach outside of YouTube, then you shouldn't be. Then don't go on YouTube trying to perpetrate. Because there's always gonna be somebody gonna call you out saying you don't practice and live what you say. And that's the point. I'm tired of these godforsaken, conscious community people every day asking for donations when you ain't got no legitimate charity and you ain't got no legitimate godforsaken nonprofit. Now, what you are asking for is contributions.
Yeah, donate to the show. Donate. It's Survivor Series night.
That is their choice.
7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We on the website, baby. Donate.
It is a personal gift. It is not donations.
Yeah, it is.
It's a personal gift.
Yeah, it is.
And the reason I say that, they don't have to give you. They ain't got to give you back your money. They don't. Legally, they don't have to. See, if y'all would have watched that video I did about Dr. Phil, when Dr. Phil showed this one woman that she had been donated to a cancer society and there was no address, you better start.
I am not a society. I don't have to abide by that shit.
Donations. Because like I said, at the end of the year, for those of y'all who pay taxes, at the end of the year, you can file that to keep from paying as much taxes.
Oh yeah, she over there with Abby. She over there with Abby.
So if you
I'm about to take them home in a minute.
The carbonation, and you say what? What includes me? No, it don't include me.
No, it don't.
I ain't scamming nobody.
I ain't scamming nobody.
That's my point. All these people you're giving money to, you can't claim at the end of the year.
You can't even claim the money.
You just giving people money.
You just giving them money, motherfucker. You giving motherfuckers money, you son of a bitch. You dirty motherfucker.
I'm not saying you can't get no money. I'm not saying that. Y'all, I'm not saying you can't donate to people. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you can't contribute to anybody. But I'm making sure I'm making those stings of gray understood. When you give money to people, understand they ain't got to give it back to you. It's a personal gift. It's tithes and offering. See, everybody does tithes and offering, not just the church. Let me explain this. Anybody that you give money to is considered tithes and offering. Anybody that you help financially is tithes and offering. But it's all in how you ask for it. Now, if I said, let me explain this one. Let's say, can I borrow? What does it mean when you say, can I borrow? When I say, can I borrow, that means I'm paying you back your money. But see, if you go to a court of law and you say that you let somebody have $500 and they're supposed to pay you back, if you have nothing in writing, that's considered a personal gift. Even though they said the word, can they borrow? Because number one, there's nothing in writing that says they're going to pay you back your money. If you worried about that, then get out of my room. Bye. So, I'm not saying don't contribute to people's shows. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying if you don't support somebody, I'm not saying don't give them no money. Because people literally do have legitimate businesses. And there are people that do have legitimate charities, and they do. But these people are giving these people bad names. Look at just what happened with Velvet, okay? Let's use that. Y'all gave Velvet money. Velvet back over there. Y'all gave her money under the assumption that she wasn't going back to carbonation, right? So the fact that she went back to carbonation, guess what that means? That's breach of contract. Okay, let me explain what that means. Say, for example, y'all contribute to my channel, and I had all this product I was supposed to give you, and I paid for it. And you paid for it. I didn't send you anything. That's breach of contract. See, there's a woman that got polite. She's a very good attorney. And she was on Young Pharaoh's channel. And I learned this from her. See, it doesn't matter if it's word of mouth or literally products. If you're not practicing what you preach, and you're not doing what you say, and you're not living the lifestyle that you're saying, that is breach of contract. That is a Ponzi scheme. Because people are giving you money under the intent that you're practicing what you preach. So, if people don't, no problem, you don't practice what you preach, and you up here pastoring, same thing with pastors. Y'all don't realize y'all don't get your money back from the pastors if you find they ain't what they say they are. Same thing applies, you just don't know that. That's why a lot of these pastors end up in jail for embezzlement. Because embezzlement means you up there every day in the pulpits, and you supposed to be faithful to your wife. You supposed to be living and preaching that Bible more than anybody else, or any religion more than anybody else. And if you out here doing things that are against that Bible, you are not a pastor. You're not a prophet. That's my point. Like what happened with that dude, Mr. Wilson, that was getting some head. He was giving some head when he was all up in his mama, his wife's best friend's daughter, all up in that vagina. And this is a pastor. That doesn't just apply with regular people. That also applies to your pastors. They have to practice what they preach. If these people are not living that Bible as they should, hey, then why are you going to these churches? You can't listen to somebody that ain't practicing what they preach. Understand that? Now, nobody's perfect. I'm not saying that. That's why I've always said I've made mistakes, and I backslide no different than y'all do. But here's the thing. My spirit is always going to be positive. I just have to deal with negative people. So understand, it's how your spirit is. And is negative really worth you losing everything? Negative is just temporary. It's not permanent. Negative will always equal negative no matter what. You may be able to get away with it for a little while. It's never going to last. You only can sell drugs for so long before you end up getting caught. You only can do murders for so long before you get caught. You only can rob a bank for so long before you get caught. You can only cheat for so long before you get caught. Why? Because humanity has one mistake that they make, and that's why negativity never works for humanity. Word of mouth. You can't stop talking. That's why. Because you're sitting up here and you are, happy birthday. So, who's happy birthday? What? You have to tell me what that is. So, we are talking about that. Negative will always equal negative no matter what. It never works out. It's not worth doing. It's not. I just choose not to do it. It ain't worth it. Me talking about somebody in a negative manner, it ain't worth it. Meaning me just going and just talking about somebody and saying you ugly, you fat, you this, you that, it's not worth it. It ain't worth me talking about you because I don't like something that you do. I don't care because it doesn't affect me. I don't care if I see somebody wearing something that they just don't look right in. I'll look, I'll say something, maybe laugh because I'm shocked about it. But I'm not going to say anything. It's not worth it. Because sometimes I'm like, what in the world does this person got on? But that's as far as I'll take it. But other than that, I don't say nothing else. I might say, what in the world was they thinking? Because I really do want to know what people be thinking when they do certain things and wear certain things. I'm like, what the world were they thinking? But at the same time, I'm different. So I can't say nothing. Who am I talking? I cut my hair. Yeah. So my point is, you can contribute to whoever you want to. You have that right.
Oh.
But it's not donations. It's a personal gift.
Personal donation.
I'm also doing this for the channel holders. So they do not have to give you back your money. They don't. It's a personal gift. You don't have to. Because if you're not putting your money in there through the super chats and on YouTube, they don't have to give you back your money. They're not obligated to. You will not get your money back in court. Because now the only way you probably will get your money back in court because it's on live. Now, that part is true. Now, if they're on live and they're using the word donations and you take them to court, yes, you can get your money back. That's why I tell people, it's on how you word things. See, today is about how you word things.
No, that's
I'm about
not.
to start. I haven't got started on it yet. But you got to understand when it comes down to, I'm about to bring them back. But, like I said, I'm just trying to make my girls. I'm trying to get it out for me. But y'all, we're trying to take this man down, please. And we need all the help we can get here. And we need all the information that we can get.
Right, like breaking.
Yeah, I am going to bring the bonnets back. I promise you.
And the bonnets is coming
I'm going
back.
to go out tomorrow and get me some bonnets. I haven't even thought about getting them. I just wear them. Because I'm trying to make some personal bonnets, but I haven't had a chance to do it yet. I am going to start around. I am. I thought about that. I am. But we need your help. It all starts with you. All of y'all. Y'all are our eyes here. Y'all see everything on everybody's channels. Y'all definitely are my eyes, definitely. When I'm on live, when I'm not on live, I'm trying to see if I can. I know how to sew. I just haven't done it in like years. Man, I need deodorant. You haven't even took a shower. Yeah, I just put the shower. No, you did not. Go take a shower. You did not go take no shower. I didn't hear no water. How you gonna say you took a shower and you didn't get no water? I ain't even hear no water. I can. You need to go take a shower. And besides, you need and then put your stuff in there. When did you take a shower? Because I didn't hear you take no shower this morning. No, you need to wash your behind. So take your stuff and go take a shower. You can't just wash up under your underarms and not wash the rest of your shower. You gotta wash all of you. So do me a favor. Go wash yourself and then I'll give you the deodorant. It ain't that. That would mean even though my son's self-sufficient, sometimes we have to keep getting into stuff all day. And we have to make sure we tell him to brush his teeth and go take a shower. And then you should have another pair of pants to put in there. So do me a favor, put a new pair of pants on too while you're at it. So go and take a shower, please. It's Kemosabe. Thank you, sir. I told Y'all wouldn't even know my son was here until I talked to him. He's very quiet. Yeah, he's very, very quiet. He in there mad. He getting that mumbling. I'm like, Lord, he mad. Oh, Lord. Yeah, he in there mad. Boy, what is you talking about in there? You in there just a mumbling? What is wrong with you? You just got to go in there and take a shower. Nah, he in there. It must be something he watching on TV. It's something he's trying to do. I don't know if he's playing something or what the hell going on. Yeah. I'm waiting for him to cut the water on. Get out of the water. Nah, he takes a shower. Don't get me wrong. But like I said, with autistic kids, if you don't write down their schedule, they won't stay on schedule. They never do. So you have to. I don't have a schedule written down for him. So we just kind of have to remind him. Like I said, he can go in there and wash himself, bathe himself, clean himself. But sometimes we have to go behind him because my son, like I said, will just do stuff, and we have to spot check him to make sure he's done it thoroughly. Because you know when kids don't want to do something, they just and just walk out the door. So yeah. Probably so. So yeah. Now he's gonna talk. Now he's gonna talk. Yeah. Like I said, kids always gonna be something kids don't like to do. Yeah, because if my son could sit there and just not be bothered, he don't like to be bothered. Yeah, I hit the water now. He don't like to be bothered. So we have to spot check, like, because sometimes my son will get in there and, like, see how kids get new games for Christmas and they want to play it so bad, and you be like, I need you to do this before. Yeah, I need you to do this before you take a shower. I need you to take trash out. And like, but Mom, I don't want to take trash. Boy, if you don't go take trash out, I need you to go take trash out. It's like, it kills him because it's taken away from something that they doing for 5 seconds for him to do. And then, like, it's going to take them an eternity to go do. Or you ask them to put something on, they be like, I don't want to put that on. Boy, if you don't go put that on. So, yeah. So, with boys, you always got to spot check boys. Because boys, they just get in there, rush in and rush out. It ain't till they get older, when they start liking girls, that's when you'll notice they start smelling different. You be like, what girl did you meet today? What you mean? You smell like cologne? Boy, what's her name? What you mean? What's her name? Whose name? Who's the girl that you done all of a sudden want to put some cologne on for? I've been your mama for 17 years, or like 14 years, and you ain't never thought about putting no cologne on a day in your life. And now you want me to buy you your daddy's cologne? Who's the girl? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. They don't care until they start meeting girls. That's when they all of a sudden want to change the way they dress, and they want to start a sudden, Mom, I need you to buy me some Jordans. For what? I'm trying to be fly. For who? For who? Boy, you wasn't even thinking about no Jordans. Now you want Jordans all of a sudden? See, when they're small, they don't care. You can buy them some Payless shoes, tennis shoes, and they'll be happy. Man, when they start getting around girls and all of a sudden I'll go from Payless to Jordans. I'm like, boy, I'm not buying you no Jordans for what? Mom, I want me some Ralph Lauren. You got some Ralph Lauren money? No. Why not? Because mama can't afford it. That's when you'll see a lot of these kids start selling drugs, to be honest. That's why you see a lot of kids selling drugs, because if mom and daddy can't buy it, they're going to go out there and do it themselves. But I'm like, I wish you could go out there and do that quickly, then you need to go get a job. That's my whole entire point. Because that's normally what happens, because a lot of moms and them couldn't afford to buy no Jordans, and daddy wasn't in the picture. So that's when you see a lot of dudes out here doing that a lot of the time. Because mama couldn't afford the things they wanted, so they went out there and got themselves. Which, I mean, I'm not mad about that part of it, but the risk, no. The risk don't meet the reward. So, yeah. So, but, y'all, what's going on? At the end of the day, how you doing? At the end of the day, in this situation with Allegio, it's time for the truth to come out. All of it. And the one thing that nobody has thought to do, but I started doing recently, is his past. See, these kids don't know him. See, here's where your problem is with a lot of people on social media. You don't know them behind the scenes of who they are. Yep. Why they changing their names? The same way Allegio changes his. That's why I told y'all. I don't think his name is what it is. I think that man's a whole different government name. Because the way he changes their names. The way he changed his name, for all we know, but like I said, if you look up, I can show you. If I was to pull up 3 different Allegio bishops, you'll see the same person. And everybody that tell me this man changes his name. You have to find out what his birth name is to find out what his real name is. Because there are people that can change your name. And legally, you can change your name as many times as you want to. If you pay $500, you can change your name to as many different ways you want to change it. A lot of people don't know that. You can change your name. I know people right now will change their names because they were adopted. Like, even when you're choosing adopted, you can change their name. It's $500 to change your name, but you can change your name. You can absolutely change your name. So, yeah, you can definitely change your name. And like I said, I'm not sure. So we don't even know if his name is Allegio Bishop. Yeah. As soon as that man changes his name. Like I said, if you're going to learn about somebody, you better learn about every part, past, present, and future. Yeah. Let me tell you why he changed their names. The accident. So, like I said, at the end of the day, y'all, hey, yeah, they changed the baby's names. That's why Serenity changed her baby's name from Zen to something else. So, yeah, they got locked up probably. So what I'm saying to y'all is, for those of y'all who are trying to take him down, say it for what it is. Number one, you need to know who he is. Because in order for you to stop a cult, you have to present the truth about that person. Because that's what happened with Jim Jones and Charles Manson. Them people were so far gone to the end. And it wasn't until they were in jail that, yeah, you can change social security. You can change social security number. You can change that too. If someone has used your social security number, yes, you can change it. Yeah, you can change it. I think at least once, but you can change it. You can change it. Unless somebody uses your social security number, yeah, you can change it. Exactly. So you're not just doing this, and also, y'all, you also have to look at the fact that there are babies over there.
And there are babies over there.
It's not just adults over there. There are children.
There are babies over there.
Y'all keep noticing. Y'all now picked up why I keep saying there are kids over there. I never said which kids I was referring to. I was referring to the babies.
To the babies.
Okay? Y'all keep saying they're adults. I'm like, no, they're not.
They're the babies and adults.
I'm talking about the baby babies. The baby babies.
The baby babies.
Read between the lines, ladies and gentlemen.
I know, and they just took another baby over there.
We need help getting the babies.
The baby babies.
Back here.
Oh, okay.
Y'all, this whole entire time, I kept saying, when is somebody going to pick up what I'm saying?
What, baby babies?
I'm talking about the babies. Y'all keep saying, but they're adults. That's not who I'm referring to. I'm referring to the babies. The babies didn't ask to be in this situation. These babies did not ask to be born.
The baby babies.
You're talking about babies.
Baby babies.
That's why I said, you're not kids.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now do you understand what I'm saying? When I say there are babies, because the reason I'm saying there's someone else's children, I'm talking about the little ones. I'm talking about the babies. Adults can make their own decisions. Those adults will have children. Babies. Do you now see where I'm going with this? Do you see why I'm saying what I'm saying?
Hey, Wack, that food is yours too, bro. I forgot to take it out.
Children will have to endure
for y'all. That's you right there. Yeah, man. I forgot to take that shit out of there.
Being in a cult. Because their mothers choose to be over there being degraded. I am thinking about these babies as they get older, when they start walking and talking, and they're seeing what baby Eliana has had to see, what baby Eliana has had to endure. So it's not just adults over there. There are children over there with mothers that are messed up. And these babies do not need to be with these mothers.
What?
See, these young girls who have babies by these men and these cults. That.
Sit back, boo. Sit back, baby.
Listen to what I'm saying. You're talking about babies. The whole entire time, that's what I was referring to. The babies. Because when I came into this, Velda was pregnant. When I came into this, Pocahontas had a baby. So I was not looking at this as them. I'm looking at the children they're going to have over there, that are going to be born over there, is what I'm concerned with. The unborn children.
The unborn.
Born over there.
The unborn.
And what they're going to have to endure. Especially when Allegio made that comment at 8 years old, they're able to have sex.
Hey,
how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm sorry, I'm coming in. I wanted to come in on your platform because Kiss is sleeping. You know, she getting her rest, and I need to see if I can borrow your platform for about 5 or 10 minutes. And if you can get everybody, if everybody can share this, let everybody share this, please.
Yeah, we're sharing.
I'm gonna try to share it to everybody.
Tell her we're sharing.
But I want to make sure we get this to everybody. Can y'all hear me?
Perfectly, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So let's get about 1 minute because I want to get everybody in here. I want everybody to share it, or whatever. Because there's some things that I definitely want to address. And like I said, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not an IG person. I don't have a following when it comes to Nate Boy. I do activisms and other stuff. So I don't want, so that's the reason why I wanted to use your platform. So thank you so much, Queen, for letting me use this platform. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I spoke to a lot of you all yesterday with Queen Kiss, and I told you exactly what went down step by step. But one thing I do not believe in is that I am not going to make my squad, our family look bad.
Oh.
It's not going to happen. So I'm going to give you guys a couple scenarios that occurred, and I want you guys to just think about how you would have handled this situation. So, as you know, we do talk to family members. We try to be a support system, even though some of the things that the children have done is not good. We might not 100% agree with them, but we try to be a support system for them, even with the likes and the dislikes, okay? We all don't always see eye to eye, but again, we try to be a support system for the family to get these children to not go to carbonation, or at least to get away from carbonation. There's information that has been posted from Foot on Neck, and I'm calling it out because I don't want anybody to think that I am sending a subliminal message. I am 43 years old. I'm grown and old. I will call you out. On Friday, Foot on Neck, who has been technically a distance person, she has been a distance member because there's been a couple times that she has posted things that we felt uncomfortable with because why? It was not verified. We do not like to put out information that is not verified. We like to work together as a team. We talk about it. We discuss it. Sometimes people be like, well, I agree. And we still, as a whole, as a family, be like, no, I don't want to donate. Oh, as a family, we don't. We are one when it comes to making certain decisions. So the messages that OMAG was presented, that you guys seen on Friday, we were told by a family member, please don't post that. But Foot on Neck posted it. Then she said that she didn't hear the family member say, do not post it. So, boom, that was a situation that we had to deal with because we're like, oh my God, why did you post that? We knew that these DMs were going to be lit, not mine, but like other people were going to be lit. So, okay, we tried to work that out. Then all of a sudden, on Saturday, all of us is trying to enjoy our family. We're trying to rest from the disaster that happened on Friday. We get a message. She contacts us historically. And we're like, oh my God, what's going on? We're freaking out. There's DMs, boom, 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 boom. We're like, where's the DM? What's going on? Velvet isn't this. And we're like, what? That don't make sense. Yes, it's Velvet. The family member had already been notified. Some of the family member has been notified before everyone in the squad was notified. So right then and there, the information that was provided to the family member was not 100% verified. That's a no-no. So now you're putting the family in jeopardy because now they're historic. Like, oh my God, I live over here. I gotta get 4 hours, 10 hours, so I can get to my granddaughter and my daughter. So you got people freaking out, historic. Going crazy. I can't say the word, I'm sorry guys. But going crazy, okay?
Yeah, hysterical, I think is the word.
At the end of the day, the right is true. You wanna, whenever you get and Latoyna, I know you can contest to this, whenever you get some type of information, you definitely want to follow up on it, right? Because we didn't want to be in a situation where they would have said, well, she's in Texas, she's in Philly, she's in this and that, and we ignored it. We didn't want to do that. But in the same token, we also want to make sure there's not a troll, a scammer, somebody who has a vendetta against somebody in the group trying to lie, somebody that's not trying to get against the family member. You have to do a little bit more research. However, that did not happen, and I do apologize. Because then you have a family member calling the airports, calling all these people, trying to see what's going on. We find out that, yes, the person that looks like Velvet and looks like Baby and Liana is in our custody. We have them in custody. That's all we know. That's that same exact thing that I told you guys yesterday. She, Foot on Neck, is upset and says that we're lying because we didn't tell you about the foolishness of us thinking that was Velvet's legs and hands. We didn't see Velvet's face. We didn't see no beads. We didn't see Bibiana's beautiful melanated skin. We didn't see Nature Boy's chest with the tattoo. She wanted us to go and run with the narrative of a leg and a piece hand. She wanted us to say we found Velvet in Texas, and we're like, it don't make sense. Like, why was she going to Texas?
Maybe on another day I just spun around.
We tell her, don't post those DMs. Please don't post those DMs. Because you're going to open up this place to ask us questions that we can't answer. Because we're going to be thinking that's Velvet. She says what she says, and she posts those DMs. Even though the family members who's not supportive about her doing that, even though the squad is not supportive of her doing that. So, again, I apologize if all the information that you didn't get is 100%, but it's not what you guys wanted. But some of the information was a hot piece of mess. And I'm not about to sit here and tell y'all that we found Velvet off of a leg and a peace sign. And if you guys cannot forgive us, the squad, because we didn't want to give y'all that foolishness, that craziness, then I don't know what to say. And I respect you guys in your decision. I respect you guys in how you feel. But I'm at the point where I'm tired of the subliminal messages that she's posting. And then you got all these other people saying, I don't want to be in the drama of the squad. And it's not the squad. It's that we try to verify things first. Because we know that if we would have sent Pops, what about if we would have sent the Marquez's up to Dallas? They called the police. We called them. We did as much as we could. But what about if they would have gotten in the car and drove all the way up there? And so now, come to find out, this person was a troll. This person was trying to get back at Foot. And we verified it because there are some questions that we know. So therefore, when the person said, how did you know Selena's middle name? The person told us they knew Selena's middle name because they Googled it. They put her first and last name in her location. Whose body was that? Oh, that was my girlfriend's legs and her hands. So tell me, do you think that we wish we should have ran with that story? It's a hot mess, and I'm sorry that it had to happen like this, and I apologize, but Foot is no longer part of the squad. I have to say that, and I'm sorry. Yes? Yes.
And they getting kicked out of the squad?
No, this is what they said. He was in custody. They didn't say, oh, well, he's in jail and these are his, like I said yesterday. They didn't say that. They didn't say, oh, he's in custody. I mean, he's in jail. He's going to be, he's taken away to a certain precinct and these are his charges. No, they said he was in custody. So we're thinking, like, okay, cool. That must be why he's in custody, because of the things that Latoyna Jones has been doing and giving the feds.
So is he in custody as opposed to?
That's all we know. All we know is that he was in custody, and supposedly from that patrol, they weren't supposed to leave until tonight, which made no sense. Because it's like, why are they at the airport? Or why are they already at this whole, Nature Boy is too bougie.
Well, Nature Boy normally go for cheap ass hotels.
I know that.
My areas, and somebody's getting into it now. That's the good thing about it. I think I said that. I know that everything. He didn't fly, he drove. He drove.
But if he had a warrant, though, I mean, okay, yeah, I guess if you go to the, what's it called, they're not gonna check that. I mean, you're right. He probably did drive, but where did he fly into, though?
Okay, it's done. Alright, now, what I'm looking into now is to see if the ticket has been used. If the ticket has been used, then we know that it's the same ticket that he gave us months ago. Now, you can get a ticket that you can use at any time you choose to use it. Now, the same flight that he originally gave us, that you can use anytime. Now, another thing, when you got this information, the first thing you should do is call the authorities. That should be
Latoyna, first of all, number one,
why are you I'm just saying, no, it's important.
The family did. That's what I'm saying.
Another free. What I'm saying is I'm basically I'm doing, but now we're doing this conspiracy theory. Now you're saying I'm thinking, okay? Bigger. Think of it as conspiracy theory. Right now you're going through what ifs. So the first thing that you do is when you're doing something like this, you go through all the scenarios. So what you're doing is you're thinking out loud. So that's why it's good to have a group, because a group can help you from different eyes and different perspectives tell you what is going on. Which is what I was trying to say last night. I'm never trying to be mean. Right now, what we're doing, and it's what I need everybody to understand that squad. I'm not your enemy here. First of all, take that out the table. We all got the same agenda. That's the first thing you gotta get out is the egos. Right now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to communicate. Now, some people may say, what if? Some people may just say it. It doesn't mean there's things that you didn't. I'm just saying what I would have done. Now, if you say, okay, now you're saying to me, I did it. Okay, now, I would do this. Everybody saying, did you do it, but not say no more. You pretty much know where you're going. So right now, I'm going to say something just to make it just not me if you didn't get it. Okay. Please, correct?
Yeah, the family member called the police while we were there. Yes.
Okay. Did they send them what she sent?
Yes. Emails were sent. Yes.
Okay. Hold on. We're gonna go out and go back in and we'll continue this conversation. Okay, because I'm about it.
Oh God, are y'all serious? Wow.
Wait for her to come on in. Because what the problem is the body right now is scared right now. Everything right now is very scared. Scary right now for everybody. Okay. Now, alright, so you said what you had, okay. Basically, what needs to happen now, okay? We don't know where she is. Okay.
Right, and that's what makes us and the family upset, because we spent so much time and energy that they were in court, whatever, and then come to find out is that when they said that they were in custody, we're like, well, maybe they don't know. Like, how can we verify that that's really them? So again, we don't know. We just know that, like I said last night, that when the family members on both sides have not heard or spoke to Velvet over 72 hours or 48 hours.
Yeah, they come
And
back.
so
contact their authorities there, or did they contact Texas? Which one did they contact?
No, they contacted because we were told. So, for example, you remember how you were saying the missing person issue? We were told that we cannot put a missing person report on someone outside of the state. So the person had to actually call in-state. That was taken care of by a family member in-state. But the problem is, the first question they asked was, how old are they? And so then that's what we tried to use, right? We tried to use the granddaughter, right? Because then the granddaughter, they was like, well, they're an adult, they can, come and go as they please, but we'll take some information. So again, that family member is handling that. We as outsiders we can't oversee what the family member do. Do you understand?
Okay, now, this is what I would say to that. We can't do that. Okay, this is what I would say, and I spoke to some people here when this happened went out for me, and when I told them everything that was going on with AGO. Okay, number one, it is an FBI issue. It is an FBI issue, because of the circumstances. It took me 6 months of going through this from March, April, all the way to now, to get someone to believe me. I understand where you're coming from, and it is a fight, but you have to stay on it. You can't just give up because one tell you no. You know how many authorities I have talked to before I got someone to actually listen to me, to actually have compassion. So that's the thing. You gotta get someone that has compassion, someone that is willing to listen to you. Because so many people, because of the fact of the sexual being in the African American community, they don't want to believe us. So it's all about how you present it. You have to present it in a way, number one, that is an urgency. Number two is the evidence that you put out there. It's all in what you say, because if you say the wrong thing, they're not going to believe it. If you just say
Speed limit on 94, 80 on Sunday. Everybody know the police ain't out here. They're like, fuck. Real talk. They can't sit on the edges. Yeah. So they ain't behind you, nigga. Oh, no. Right.
And there are a lot of
I'm looking around like, goddamn. Everybody on this bitch doing 85, and then 90 flying past me and shit.
because these people
Okay.
they
don't like monitor to the cross 8 mile. You up there, nigga, like just 12 or 13 niggas stay more than 60 days.
Organization, cyberbullying organizations, for them to tell me how to go about doing this. But I went to every.
No, but the problem, the only thing is that, and Latoyna, I know we don't want to disagree with this, okay? But at the end of the day, I'm not saying that Velvet is 100% an angel. I'm not saying that. But I'm also saying it at the point where all I'm really concerned about is baby Ileana. Because these people are, and regardless, if Nature Boy has charges, then when he ever comes to the States or whatever he messed up in Panama, he gonna get taken away. Whenever your charges move forward, he's gonna get locked up, and then prayerfully they will come back and they will disperse. But these are grown adults, and I have a life, you have a life, we all have a life, and we cannot continue to sit here and be calling the FBI has to be dealing with so much other, like terrorist attacks, this gun violence, this human trafficking.
But John cannot stop it, y'all. That ain't about to happen.
He is doing human trafficking.
That's right. Latoyna ain't stopping, y'all.
Human trafficking.
Latoyna like, fuck that. You tell her to do what? Tell her to quit? Oh no.
I'm trying to tell you, there's evidence of human trafficking. That's what we even trying to tell you. We have evidence of human trafficking.
All right.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. That's what I kept telling y'all.
Evidence.